We have a judge of Supreme Court and uh, the first woman CGI in line, Justice B.V. Nagarathna. Ma'am, today is a big day. And I want to ask you a simple question. When your father was CGI, did you ever think that one day you would also occupy a position in Supreme Court?
No, I was only 2.5 years in the bar that time. I never thought as such.
Yeah. So anything advice when you became advocate? What's your father's advice that time?
He always used to tell me to do the work in time and not to procrastinate. Like they say, do tomorrow's work today and today's work now, because you never know when you're going to get somebody knocking at the doors and you have to serve them. So he said never procrastinate. And the second advice he gave me was that when a case is called, the advocate must be present in court. Absence of an advocate in court would actually prejudice the case.
Yeah.
So this is the two pieces of advice he gave me.
Ma'am, you have spent too much time in judiciary now. Why women are less in judiciary? Why more women are not coming? Yeah, in fact, lots of CGIs also spoke about it, but women are less in judiciary.
See, you always know that the legal profession is a male-dominated profession, and therefore for women to continue in the profession, especially when they get married and have children, is difficult. Unless they have support from the family, it would be difficult for a woman to balance between her home, family, children and her practice. Therefore, unless and until there is cooperation from the seniors, from the system as such and from the family, it would be difficult for women to continue in the practice. As I always say, many women get into the profession, but many do not get up or reach the higher echelons. It is because of the onerous responsibilities of women, both in the profession as well as in the family, that may deter them in not continuing after a point of time. It is a decision that has to be made by the woman by bringing together her family and the system and balancing between both.
Yes, ma'am. One difficult question for you. How you feel, how you balanced because you are in judicial work, how you balance as a woman, how difficult it is to balance the judicial work with family work, because you have to keep the family also. But lots of judges say, okay, I could not give time to my daughter complained average always, okay, you did not give time. So how difficult for women?
First of all, I must say that I have a very nice family. In that way, I am very lucky. My husband, Mr. Gopal Krishna, has always given prominence to my work and taken so much of the domestic responsibilities on his shoulder. My children have realized very early in life that they have a working mother, and therefore they were very much into a maturity earlier than other children, because they knew they could not disturb their mother and they grew up on their own. And that is how it made my guilt lessen. Otherwise, you see what happens for a woman as and when she grows big and there is more success, there is always a sense of guilt in the woman because she might have neglected her family. And they also say that behind every successful man there is a woman, but I would say behind every successful woman there is a family. Thank you.
What, ma'am, what advice you want to give to the young women who want to be a lawyer or a judge?
No, for young women, as far as young women are concerned, they have to take a call with regard to balancing the work and their practice with their family life. And I said they have to seek the support of their family and their seniors, and support in the system must be provided to women. In many ways it could be done by, for example, releasing the cause list early means that they can see their cases and go back home early. So these are small things in the system which would help women to continue and remain in practice.
Thank you very much for speaking to NDTV, ma'am.